Welcome to Built for This Network, where we inspire, empower, and motivate. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch at Built for This Network. Streaming 24 hours, 365 on Roku Streaming App and Amazon Fire TV. Also join the movement at BuiltForThisRadioNetwork.com. We are Built for This Network, for the strong, not the weak.
For this, I get it rockin' like the Chief do. Two-step king, move a Dean and truck V2. Color clean, pull up white thing, looking see-through. Bust a bus banging on the speaker, it get lethal. They don't be broad, but we could really get specific. Tell me what you really know about DJ Purplish. Poetic sense, Tony Sanchez, they bringin' heat. They in the zone every time like the ENT. Game on Smash, got the padlock to it. It's for the strong, not the weak, even Madlock knew it. And if they think somebody better, they been sippin' on fluid. And ain't no party like a party with the madness moving. Okay, we built for this, built for this, built for this, we too built for this. Built for this, built for this, for the strong, not the weak, we too built for this. Let's go.
We are Built for This Network, for the strong, not the weak. We are Built for This Network, for the strong, not the weak.
The zone, man.
I don't like my job, but I work it. Yeah, we all need bread. Really, we just gotta thank God when it's working. I can't lay my head, knowing I ain't give my all and put the work in. I sleep when I'm dead, but dog, right now I gotta move with a purpose. Gotta move yeah. Whoa, yeah, I'm moving with precision and decisions. There's so many avenues I could get in. Yeah, I was tripping, me and God, we had us to sit in. He told me do better, I say better, now I be winning. Now I'm turned up, I just work hard and I'm chillin'. Gotta stack up the money young for the children. God told me, boy, you too hard, you don't fit in. The big play for the big dogs, gonna dig in. $10 per hour, I still gotta get in. Gotta count them chicken. And y'all guys still want me at the same time. Oh, I ain't gonna mind my business. I thank you, God, cause I know I'm strong. Folks outside look at me for guidance, and a small percentage don't even like me, but I get on beats like way beside me. It's exciting, like it is you here. Folks say they like my music, cause they feel like the street way. Don't like my job, but I work it. Yeah, we all need bread. Really, we just gotta thank God when it's working. Oh, can't lay my head, knowing I ain't give my all and put the work in. I sleep when I'm dead, but dog, right now I gotta move with a purpose. Gotta move with a purpose, yeah.
It's that Mad Knox music.
Panoramic view of the world, man. Yeah, it's just me and my girlfriend. My niggas ain't cool as the earth spin. Middle finger up, shit. I'm just living life. Panoramic view of the world, man. Yeah, it's just me and my girlfriend. My niggas ain't cool as the earth spin. Middle finger up, shit. I'm just living life. 4 feet of swag in the third dimension. No limitations. My thoughts are expensive. The devil trying to sabotage, but I handle business. Always had a weakness for half-naked women. No stranger to the concept of paradise. Drinking on, carry on, this shit feels right. Boss mode forever, trendsetters. It's the new era, spinning plenty of cheddar. Jersey playboy, I'm dope, I'm way better. Oh, this is chess, not checkers. Fly shit, another stamp on the passport. Lambo the same color as a motherfucking teleport. Panoramic view of the world, man. Yeah, it's just me and my girlfriend. My niggas ain't cool as the earth spin. Middle finger up, shit. I'm just living life. Panoramic view of the world, man. Yeah, it's just me and my girlfriend. My niggas ain't cool as the earth spin. Middle finger up, shit. I'm just living life. Courtside, watch the Nets play the Heat. Young nigga preach, I stand out the black sheep. Skills on fire, some burnt up fish grease. So I could care less about the gossip.
It's trying to shake
like
me.
humans needing oxygen. Peak game, putting points on the scoreboard. So handsome, I'm plotted on body's horse. Riding out, yeah, I'm on my high horse. Legendary shit, this I die for. Empire State chilling on
Mocha
the top
Bella
floor.
T-Man, what's good?
Living large 40 acres.
Y'all can hear me, please give me a thumbs up.
Ahead of my time, y'all niggas outdated. I'm God's favorite. Strip club connoisseur.
Yeah,
Lick the
yeah.
champagne pour. We could take a bath in it. Shiz round treated name here, no gimmicks. Panoramic view of the world, man. Yeah, it's just me and my girlfriend. A nigga staying cool as an earth spin. Middle finger up, shit. I'm just living life. Panoramic view of the world, man. Yeah, it's just me and my girlfriend. A nigga staying cool as the earth spin. Middle finger up, shit. I'm just living life.
I'm just living life.
I'm just living life.
Mocha Bella T-Man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all can hear me on that Twitch side. I appreciate y'all. Welcome to Theory of the Culture Show with your boy DJ Mad Knox, the crown holder, aka Third Eye. This Theory of the Culture is presented to you and brought to you by Built for This Network for the Strong, Not the Weak, and In the Zone Entertainment. Yeah. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Man, listen, the devil be trying to shake a foundation, boy. I tell you, the devil is always busy. He's always busy. He's always busy trying to just mess up things. You know what I mean? Trying to, mess up our whole scenario of just me delivering the show. You know what I mean? Definitely trying to change the foundation and give me technical difficulties. That's why I'm late. I'm late than normal, and I apologize. But I'm here. Better to be seen than viewed any day. You know what I mean? And that's a fact. So, first of all, I want to give all praises and glory to my God, you know what I mean, for being here today, for real. You know what I mean? And that's a fact. Hold on, let me see if I could get my round of applause, dang, majiggy going on here. If they let me. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Woo. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the show. Please do. I ain't even have time to send out no alerts like that. You know what I mean? So if you can be a friend, let the people know Knox is on Theory of the Culture right now, and he live, and you know what I mean? He get ready to talk some stuff. For real, for real. Make sure y'all check out Truck D episode 2 from my perspective, coming on right after your boy 7 p.m. Eastern time right here on Built for This Radio YouTube channel. Yeah. Big up to Chuck D, man. That episode 1 was funny as hell. I ain't even gonna lie to you, Truck. That episode 1 was funny as hell. And if you don't know, you could go live right now on the Roku streaming app, Amazon Fire TV, and BuiltForThisRadioNetwork.com, and check out the From My Perspective episode, as well as any other programming here on the channel, you know what I mean, that we got going on for real, for real. You know what I mean? Again, Mocha Bella 305 X Squad, prayers and speedy recovery to you. Appreciate you coming in and rocking with me on the Twitch side, as well as Built for This Network in the Zone, my brother from the Sears Tower South Side, Chi-Town. Tony T-Man Sanchez in the building. I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy this evening. For real. For real, for real. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Man, let's start out, you know, I hate starting off with bad news, but I'd rather get the bad news out the way than end it off on a good positive note. You know what I mean? So, big time prayers goes out to one of the good MCs, Tone Loc, who's hospitalized in Atlanta, Georgia right now. Far as what I read, they said, you know, he was at a Mardi Gras in Atlanta, Alabama, I should say, a Mardi Gras, Alabama, and has been hospitalized in Atlanta. So big time praise goes out to the rapper Tone Loc. You know what I mean? Also, I want to say rest in paradise to rappers Little John. He laid his son to rest. DJ Slade died at the age of 27. Remember when they reported that Lil Jon's son was missing and they found him. So, you know, Lil Jon laid his son to rest, and condolences out to the Smith family. And, you know what I mean? Just, you know, if you ask anybody that I seen in the interviews from the E40s on up, that kid was just the brightest kid and had a future ahead of him, for real, and loved music, loved the DJ, was, you know what I mean, actually a DJ for his dad and stuff, for real. So prayers out to Lil Jon and his family, you know what I mean, because losing a son, man, I got 3 of them. I can't imagine. I can't. And especially at that age, you know what I mean? 27, it's just like, whew. You know what I mean? My oldest son is 23 right now, so I just can't imagine that. So my heart goes out to you and your family, for real. Also, hip hop lost a good pioneer. One of the co-founders of Wu-Tang Clan, Oliver Power Grant, died at the age of 52. You know what I mean? I still no report or autopsy on that, for real. It's just sad, man. You know what I mean? Even 52 to me is young. You know what I mean? For real. That's still, I feel like even in your 50s, you still got a good life ahead of you. You know what I mean? For real. Shout out to First Gen Xer in the building, my brother Saint. Appreciate you coming in on the Twitch side. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. You know what I mean? Yeah, so, you know, man, I know Method Man put out a tweet and a picture of him in Power, you know what I mean, saying he's not okay, you know what I mean? So condolences goes out, you know, them losing Old Dirty, and now one of the founders who helped them form this thing next to RZA, his brother Devon. Power definitely was instrumental. He the one that actually started Woo Wear. You know what I mean? He opened the store, the first ever hip-hop clothing store, independent store in the 90s in Staten Island with Woo Wear. You know what I mean? So rest in peace to Oliver Power Grant, man, died at the age of 52. Man, it's just sad, man, when you see all these bad fallen soldiers, you know what I mean, just going that way, you know what I mean? And I think about him dying in the 50s, like, and I still think when I hear that, like the Heavy D's and, you know what I mean, the Biz Markies and
all of these people who died in them like early to like mid 50s, man, is just nuts, man, for real, for real. I just can't fathom that whole situation of it being a thing, you know what I mean, for real. So yeah, it's crazy. Mocha Bella said, Knots, can you say, man, happy heavenly birthday to Rough Buff, man, for real. Rough Buff, man, big time ex-Squadian, big time golfer, you know what I mean? One of the best trollers on these Spreaker waves, you know what I mean? For real. Well, one of the best on the Spreaker waves. But yeah, one of the best, man. Rough Buff, happy heavenly birthday, man. Also continue prayers and condolences for DJ I Rock Jesus, you know what I mean? Is even in our community we lost so many, man. We got our brother Chiz Roundtree, his anniversary's coming up next month, you know what I mean? We got DJ Brew anniversary coming up next month, you know what I mean? It's a lot, for real. It's just, that's why I say I hold no malice or no grudge against anyone. You know what I mean? Life is like just very short, and it's like certain.
Feel all this energy.
Hey, I'm back. I'm sorry. Technical difficulties, like I was saying. I truly apologize. Saint, my chat just went away. So Saint, if you can put back, if you still with me, brother, what you had wrote before, I appreciate it, and I definitely will read it for sure. I appreciate everybody that's still locked in with me. Sorry for the technical difficulties. You know what I mean? Yeah. Thanks, Saint. Brother, you were saying, I was getting ready to read it on a lighter note, what you were saying. Tony said we must enjoy each other each day we live. Yes. Yeah, Tone, saying I'm definitely, that's gonna be my last topic. That's why I said I'm gonna get the bad news out the way and end on a high note, because I would rather end on a high note than a somber note. You know what I mean? Far as entertainment, drama news, you know what I mean? Good part about it, J. Cole announced the world tour. Jill Scott definitely hit, I think she at number 2, or she get ready to hit number 1 on her album, which is a very, very dope masterpiece of an album. You know what I mean? I don't know if you heard it, Mocha Bella. I said, yeah, I said happy birthday to Rough Buff. I don't know if you heard it, but definitely happy heavenly birthday to Rough Buff. You know what I mean? For real. Yeah. Who else I'm thinking about? Jill Scott album is definitely again a super dope masterpiece. Glad Flowetry is back together. I'm definitely going to see a show. Flowetry is back. They get ready to hit the tour. I'm definitely in there to do that. You know what I mean? For real. I got it. I purchased it. I purchased the Moonchild album. Saying I haven't listened to it yet because I gotta sit with that. You know what I mean? I've been ripping and running, but I definitely got the Moonchild album. I purchased it. I definitely want to be the one to sit down and listen to it from top to bottom for sure. You know what I mean? Yeah, but that Moonchild album, that's one of the probably the most anticipated albums I've seen in a long time, and rightfully so. When the Grammys come around, I can see that definitely winning a couple of categories for what a lot of people is talking about as far as that album. You know what I mean? Because I see even the like it is, you know what's crazy is like you got hip hop and R&B people like helping to push the album. You know what I mean? I'm seeing the cover go across people's Instagram stories like a Rhapsody and all of these people saying, yo, Moonchild album. So, you know what I mean? I definitely purchased it. I definitely gonna sit with it. You know what I mean? That's definitely gonna be one of them ones for real. And you know, I love the fact that this type of music is coming back. Like the real neo soul type vibes of, you know what I mean? I won't say R&B, but you know, like we needed the Jill Scotts. We needed like the Moonchilds. We needed Flowetry to get back together. Like, you know what I mean? Even, you know, to balance it out, you got the J. Cole album, you know what I mean? To give it a little balance. So I love this time of music. For real. Saint say you been running those tracks on the stream. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna sit with it for real. Cardi B was in the news versus Saturday Night Live over a Nicki Minaj joke, I guess, for stories that I read from via vlogs and stuff, that Cardi B was set to do a musical thing on Saturday Night Live when she was doing dress rehearsal and stuff. I guess they was rehearsing what they got at Saturday Night Live called the news segment, and they was talking about Nicki Minaj, how, you know, she's trolling and Trump supporting and all of this other stuff. So Cardi B took offense to all of that. You know, Cardi and Nicki are very heavily beefing. You know what I mean? They said Cardi was up there breaking screens, throwing phones, and threatening to leave and all of this other stuff. You know, because Nicki Minaj went at the Cardi B and her children and everything else, and you know, it got too out of hand. It got beyond just the ladies. Put it like that. When you involve children and everything, that's beyond the line of whatever is going on. So, you know what I mean? I guess for Saturday Night Live, I guess they scrapped the joke. I don't know if Cardi still performed there or not, but it hasn't been no comments since then. I'm sure Cardi, you know, because she broke shit in there, she wrote a check and paid for the damages. But you know what I mean? Yeah, I think it's kind of on a Saturday Night Live level. I think it's kind of messy for them to even do that type of a joke, knowing the fact that you got the lady she's in real beef with on the same show you trying to do the joke is looking real messy. You know what I mean? That's looking real messy. And Saturday Night Live, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not saying you deserve all the shit Cardi did to your property, but the shit y'all did was messy as fuck. It was messy as hell. I'm telling you the truth. That shit was too fucking messy to even be there. You know what I mean? For real. So I don't blame if I was Cardi, I definitely would have checked out. I'm not doing this shit. You know what I mean? For real. It is what it is. But like Saint put in the chat earlier, the 2026 Rock and Roll nomination is great. And I got a backstory to that because one of the rock and roll people, leaders of a band, has something to say about how our genre is like not really rock and roll. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get into the backstory on that. But congratulations. Let me get my round of applause thing going. I want to give big congratulations. Hopefully this person get in, because she been nominated once before too. You know what I mean? So hopefully she get in. Congratulations once again to Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey, New Edition, Lauryn Hill, Luther Vandross, Wu-Tang, Sade. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. I don't know how these things go, but if you saying New Edition, Lauryn Hill, Luther, Wu-Tang, first of all, Sade should have already been in there years ago. I don't even know why they playing with Sade's name like that. You know what I mean? I don't even know why they playing with Sade's name like that. I don't even know why they playing with Luther's name like that. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Yeah, it is a great list, Mocha, but Luther and Sade should have been in that thing years ago. For real. Like, come on now. You look at the body of work of both of them artists, and I'm gonna get to the Mariahs and Laurens and New Editions, but I'm talking about the Sades and the Luthers right now, who should have really been in there. But it's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I get they gotta put certain other genres and whatever. You know what I mean? T-Man say politics, Knox. It definitely is. It definitely is. That's what it comes down to. I'm sorry. It's a no-brainer to that. It's definitely politics. Because if you talking about Luther and Sade, why is now they on a ballot where you have people in there who ain't even put in 10 times the work of a Sade and Luther made it to the shit. But again, it's politics. I get it, Tony, but I just gotta express how the fuck I feel as being part of this culture of ours. With these two artists of Sade and Luther who impacted the music industry in more ways than one, and still got songs in heavy rotation and streaming to this day. Still. You know what I mean? You can't tell me when you motherfucker drop a needle on Never Too Much, nobody ain't lighting the fuck up. You feel what I'm saying? Or you can't tell me when you just in that zone burning the candle with your little or by yourself dolo with some wine, and you don't want some motherfucking Sade that you serenading and feeling like you motherfucking floating out this motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? Stop it. Stop. Y'all gotta stop, man. For real. But I get it. It's the politics and the bullshit with it. New Edition, man. Come on now. Been doing this since the 80s. 30 going on 40 something years with this shit. You know what I mean? That should be a whole no-brainer to let them, man. Lauryn Hill changed the game to I can't think of a person who put out one album 20 something years going on 30 something years later is still, that one album is still considered the top pillar of R&B and hip hop and soul. Like, come on. She changed the game. Fugees, solo, you know what I mean? Still out there, still relevant. What can you say about Laura? You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna remain a little biased on Lauren because that's Jersey. That's Jersey. You know what I mean? But New Edition, still them guys on tour, still ripping it up, still holding it down. All of them, from Johnny, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, all of them guys just doing the damn thing. You know what I mean? Mariah Carey, this is her second nomination of being in there. You can't tell me why she haven't got in there a couple of years ago. Yeah, it's the politics. But shit, you gotta think about, she sold a lot of records. Mariah sold a lot of records. Shout out to my brother D Greatest, great show earlier, bro. You know what I mean? Mariah, and I don't understand why she got a second nod when she should have been in there already. Hell, the fucking Christmas song alone should have got her slid in there for what she generate from that motherfucking alone. That's like Stevie Wonder's Happy Birthday song. 50 Cent in the Club. Feels like Christmas. That's a Christmas anthem that's going to be played in the next 50 to 60 years. That's a fact. Wu-Tang Clan. Again, if they get in, I know it's going to be a little emotional because they lost one of their founding members, but they deserve to get in there. Hip hop group, Staten Island, you got to think about it. And hip hop, it was mostly like Long Island, you know what I mean? New Rochelle, you know what I mean? Mount Vernon. Staten Island wasn't really getting no burn. Staten Island was just known for being a mob part of New York. You feel what I'm saying? They wasn't really considered in the bubble of the five boroughs as far as music is concerned. You know what I mean? Yeah, you had artists come out of there, but you talking about rap artists? No. Wu-Tang Clan broke that barrier in the 90s when they came in with a whole different style of mixing martial arts with hip hop. You know what I mean? And took the really the industry by storm. It was refreshing and everything. They really put Staten Island, which we call now Shaolin, because of, you know what I mean, Wu-Tang. Like again, Staten Island was known for where mobsters hang out at or go to live at or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? But hey man, Wu-Tang definitely deserved. I love the list. It was more. I think Shakira was on that list. Shout out to Shakira too. You know what I mean? She's definitely one of them ones as far as the Latino side of things. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I love the list. I love the list. But these is just nominations. You know what I mean? Who's gonna make the cut? I don't know. You know what I mean? I think definitely Mariah. If I had to pick, Luther, Sade, no doubt. First two. If I gotta go with a third, it would definitely be between Mariah and New Edition. You know what I mean? I would say New Edition, because New Edition's been putting that thing in since late 80s all the way through. Even, you know what I mean, putting out, doing another genre when they was with the whole Bad Boy era. You know what I mean? So, yeah. If I had to pick my three, it'd definitely be Luther, Sade, and New Edition. Let me know in the chat room, out of all the names I pick, if you had to pick three to go in there, who would it be? Out of New Edition, Lauryn Hill, Mariah Carey, Luther Vandross, Wu-Tang, and Sade. You know what I mean? And again, these are just nominations, not saying they're going to get in. But if you had a choice to pick three out of the names I said, who would you want to go in there for sure? You know what I mean? But and now speaking of that, while y'all get ready to put y'all names in and stuff, I'll read them all. Gene Simmons. If you don't know who Gene Simmons is, he's the leader of the rock group Kiss. Right? Gene Simmons, old stinking funky ass, gonna talk about all of these hip hop and R&B people shouldn't be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because they not doing rock and roll. Bitch, you got the game fucked up. We invented rock and roll. You know what I mean? We invented fucking rock and roll. For real. You got the game fucked up. This ain't called motherfucking Heavy Metal Hall of Fame. This is called Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which we fucking invented. Got us fucked up. Talk about we don't deserve to be in that shit. You fucking crazy. You fucking crazy. Guess what? And a motherfucker like a Limp Bizkit and the Kid Rock, motherfuckers, they motherfuckers came over to motherfucker on our side of fucking hip hop to get a fucking audience like us to embrace them. Fuck out of here. You know what I mean? For real. T-Man said his list would be Luther, Sade, N.E. I'm with you. Mocha said Luther, N.E. and Wu-Tang. Okay. She said her second choice would be Luther, New Edition, and Sade. Okay, cool. Yeah, but Gene Simmons, man, you got us fucked up. I'm gonna tell you right now, you got us all the way fucked up, Gene Simmons. You know what I mean? Yeah, you might have did your numbers with Kiss and everything else. Not saying y'all ain't sell no records and shit like that, but out of all the motherfucking rock and roll motherfuckers, you know what I mean? You the only one saying something. But when it comes to motherfucking a hip hop artist wanting to sample your motherfucking funky ass record, you ain't too proud to take the motherfucking check or the motherfucking points to motherfucking take the for us to fucking pay you for the sample and shit. But you want to talk shit saying, oh, we don't deserve to be a rock and roll. Why the fuck we don't deserve to be in some shit we fucking invented? You know what I mean? Lil Richard, rest in peace. Chubby Checker, rest in peace. You know what I mean? Come on now, stop. Y'all got us fucked up. I'm serious. And I don't mean to curse this much in this Black History Month, but let's learn the history on this shit. We deserve to be at all tables from the table that we fucking helped build. Bottom line, that part, period. We helped build the table. We deserve to motherfucker sit at the motherfucking table. Pull us up a chair. Thank you. And we gonna continue to do that. From the motherfucking Grammys, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, all that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, T-Man say white folks always stealing our shit. You fucking right. Elvis wasn't fucking Elvis. Elvis took a lot of his fucking hits off of fucking black artists and fucking lip sync over the fucking ding. Over the recording or re-recorded what the fuck original black groups and artists fucking wrote. Thing about that whole shit, we didn't know the whole business end on fucking being a fucking record executive or record producer or artist. That's when record executives had the motherfucking mojo and shit. You know what I mean? They had the rights to songs and all that shit so they could do whatever the fuck they want with it. And I hear that to this day. You know how many fucking Curtis Mayfield makings of you versions I be hearing out this motherfucker? You feel what I'm saying? Come on. And that's just one of the songs. That's how the shit go. If you didn't own or wrote your songs as a black musician, you know what I mean? The record companies who had writers, motherfuckers sat there and sold the fucking records to other genres and shit. Excuse me. Tony said, especially country too. Hell yeah. Rest in peace, Muddy Waters. Rest in peace, B.B. King. Country, blues, all that shit. Gene Simmons, you got us fucked up. I'm gonna tell you that. You got us fucked up, sir. And I don't know if it was the old age talking or whatever, but if you feel like we don't deserve to be the fuck there, then guess what? Kiss don't deserve to be the fuck there. Fuck you and Kiss. And I say that with grace. Charlie Pride, you motherfucking right, Tony. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the jazz motherfuckers who did this shit without no fucking vocals. Shout out to Dizzy Gillespie, Miles Davis, Louis Armstrong. Shout out to Roy Ayers, Quincy Jones, Ray Charles. Come on now. Don't y'all got us fucked up. For real. Y'all got us fucked up. Motherfucker, we pioneered this shit. For real. We pioneered this shit. That's real talk. You know what I mean? But other than that, man, I love the list of the rock and roll nominations. I hope they get it right. You know what I mean? And I'm not even if whoever goes in there out of the list that I said, I'm not mad at it. You know what I mean? I just want somebody or a couple of us to represent us. You know what I mean? Whether I like I said, I would love to see New Edition, Luther and Sade, but if Mariah, Lauren, or Wu-Tang, whoever get put in there, that would be great. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's representing us and our culture. You know what I mean? For real. So I would love that. For real. Anything else I got on the agenda that I need to think about? Oh, Connecticut, man. Shout out to the state of Connecticut. They putting together hopefully towards the end of this month, in God's graces, Hip Hop is for the Homeless. You know what I mean? They got a couple of, they didn't announce the acts yet, but a shelter in Connecticut is getting together a couple of hip hop and R&B acts to perform for you know, the homeless people that's homeless and got put in the shelter during this blizzard that we had up here and stuff like that. And they gonna be donating clothes and everything else. Also, shout out to the hip hop benefit concert that recently happened with Roxanne Shante, Nas performed. That, you know, they have that every year. See, these are the stuff that don't be broadcast, but we doing it. You know what I mean? But the hip hop benefit concert, which is like a big gala for the industry, top notch, especially in our culture, our community, you know what I mean? To come and benefit and help out basically the hip hop pioneers who don't have health insurance. You know what I mean? Because that's one thing about hip hop, you know what I mean? You can get the money, but if you ain't got nothing set up for you to where, you know, you look at the Black Robs and the Craig Matts and all these people, they ain't really have no insurance to, you know what I mean, to be given the benefit or the chance to have to survive if they had insurance, you know what I mean? So I think it's a beautiful thing of what Roxanne Shante, Nas, and all of them is doing. You know what I mean? They got a big honorary Biz Markie honorary foundation name. You know what I mean? They got that going on. And this just, again, goes to like the pioneers who need health benefits. You know what I mean? For real. I think it's a beautiful thing. I think 50 plus years of the culture, this actually should have been done probably 49 years ago. You know what I mean? Of just putting together something like this to make sure our pioneers have good insurance. To take out whatever check you getting, you know what I mean? Just like how they do and with the SAG, the fucking writers, guilds, actors shit. You know what I mean? That shit. There's a whole fucking union and all of that shit that covers you with everything. So why we can't do that for our culture? And it just don't have to be hip hop. You know what I mean? What about if a Chris Brown or somebody gets sick? Or a Jill Scott gets sick, or, you know what I mean, R&B, like just collectively as a genre of ours, you know what I mean, black and brown, just coming together and be like, yo, take this, that goes to that benefit, this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? So I think it will come to fruition. You know what I mean? I think it will, just like everything will, you know what I mean? But shout out to Nas, shout out to all of them who keep pushing that hip hop benefits gala. Hopefully one day it will be televised nationwide. I'm hoping one day Nas with his platform will take it and publicize it, or 50 Cent who got these streaming channels and everything else, take it and publicize it. We don't need a fucking Netflix. We don't need none of these shits. We got enough CEOs and entrepreneurs enough who can start their own streaming shit and televise that shit the way it need to be televised. You know what I mean? For real. So, you know, I believe, and I would feel like, yo, if they televise it more and they put out like what we as fans can donate, they could generate more money. You know what I mean? Mocha Bella say that's a good thing they're doing. Definitely. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. I feel like at the end of the day, they can really, 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 you know, like just put the link out there or what's that? Scan code where you could just donate whatever you can to the hip hop benefit organization if it's televised. You know what I mean? because I would love to be in part of this. Mocha Bella, Tony Sanchez, all of these people who grew up on music would love to donate to their favorite artists or whatever benefits they need to, you know what I mean, donate to the culture. Whether it be $10, $15, $20 or whatever. It's still donating. That $20 could go a long way. For sure. You know what I mean? Shout out to Chief Rocker Jersey Vern in the building. But yeah, man. Shout out to them, man. That's all I got on the agenda, man. Again, make sure y'all check out Truck D From My Perspective, episode 2. Definitely is gonna be jokes flying. You know what I mean? I don't know what Truck got going on, but he got something going on that's gonna be real good in that end topic. You know what I mean? Again, you know, this whole Michael Jordan shit was hot. It's not now. Floyd Mayweather Pacquiao 2 is set to come September 19th. You know, and it's gonna be on Netflix. So it's a big. If Floyd is broke, you know what I mean. This is gonna be a big time payday for Floyd. He'll definitely probably get over 300 M's. They looking at as far as this fight. I mean, I already have Netflix, so I guess the fight is coming with the subscription. You know what I mean, but. I kind of like, you know, Floyd ain't fighting like what, damn near 9-10 years, and this is no exhibition. This is like going down as a thing. So if Pacquiao be the first one to give Floyd his first L, I don't know how I feel about it. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people gonna tune in to see if Floyd still got it, 1, and 2, if Pacquiao will beat him. I think, you know, because Floyd got plenty more haters than people who show him love out here anyway, that, you know, want to see that 50-0 record tarnished. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Yeah, Chicken Little. Yeah, my boy Chicken Little coming on next. Oh, Truck D, man. He let it out the bag yesterday. And I'm going to tell you, that was just like the little cat full of stories. He probably got a gang of them goddamn stories. Because boy, oh boy, oh boy. Truck D, man, what his sister did to his hair, that shit was fucked up in itself. You know what I mean? For real. But yeah, man, I don't know. But big ups to Floyd, big ups to, you know what I mean, Pacquiao. They still want to do it at whatever level they want to do it and still fight. Hey, you know what I mean? T-Man said Truck was bullied. He probably was. Well, he shouldn't have never told, being a talent tiller. That's what your ass get. Everybody you grew up, when you grew up, everybody used to tell you, your cousins and stuff used to tell you, don't be a tattletiller. Stop tattletelling all the time. You know what I mean? They ain't want to bring your ass around because you always used to go back telling them shit. You know what I mean? And your parents or your grandparents, whoever, used to send your ass, make your ass, tell your big cousins, you take such and such, because they want to know what the fuck you doing. You know what I mean? Knowing you was going to report it. That's your ass get, Truck. You know what I mean? But man, listen, through all the technical difficulties, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming in. Thank the Most High for allowing me to be here once again. You know, the devil always trying to shake your foundation. As long as you stand on the foundation of your faith of house, your house of faith would never be a thing to shake. long as you keep him in your spirit. In the name of Jesus, amen, amen. I love each and every one of y'all, man. By the grace of God, I see y'all on the flip. Peace out.
Feel all this energy